What's up, guys? Chris, VA Travels, and I'm about to take the Van Gogh immersive experience. Yeah, it's a temporary exhibit they have down here. I'm on the West End short pump area. Tickets are $35, and they want you to buy online, buy in advance. So yeah, we're gonna go check this place out.
Just going to stroll through the exhibit, learn a little bit about his artwork and life. Real quick to tell you that he was born in the Netherlands in 1853 and died in France, 1890. 3 locations where he made his greatest creative strides, and most of his best work was done down there in the south of France. Photo of his 3 sisters. They retained as much of his artwork as they could after his death. At the time, they seemed disinterested and showed little regard for his work, although later in life they did see his reputation grow to the point of international acclaim. His youngest sister, Wilhelmine, also suffered from mental health issues. She too spent time in a psychiatric hospital. Gauguin's chair, painted in 1888. Fellow artist Gauguin was a friend and roommate whom he often quarreled with. Painting called Worn Out, it's of a war veteran whom he called Orphan Man. He served as Van Gogh's favorite model for about 12 months early in his career while he lived in The Hague. Here it is, Starry Night, most famous painting. The bright star by the dark cypress tree is Venus, and of course to the upper right is the moon. Some of his most famous works were the sunflowers, double series of canvases, 11 paintings in total. First series was painted in Paris, 1887, 4 paintings depicting flowers on a table. Second series was created 1888 until 1889, depicting flowers in a vase. Final piece of art by Vincent van Gogh called Tree Roots. He painted this just hours before he shot himself. He died of suicide at the age of 37. Here it is again, Starry Night, painted June of 1889. It depicts the view from his east-facing asylum room in southern France. He had checked himself into the monastery about a month prior. It was shortly after his mental breakdown, his self-mutilation incident that occurred in December of '88. Here's one of many haystack paintings he had done. Another of his most famous works, Irises, oil painting created in 1889. One of several pieces of art he had created while staying at the asylum in Saint-Rémy-de-Provence, France. Red Poppies and Daisies, painted in 1890. bedroom in Arles, and this is the bedroom he stayed in when he lived in the Yellow House in Arles. One of 3 similar paintings. Pretty nice model. A door to the right was a staircase that led to the upper floor. There's a door to the left where Gauguin stayed, and the window overlooks a garden outside. Cut out of the painting The Courtesan, done in 1887 while Van Gogh was living in Paris. And it's inspired by Japanese woodcut master Kisei Eisen. And the courtesan is a high-class prostitute. And if you look at the details in the background, the crane and the frog at the bottom, those were slang for prostitute in France. Another woodcut. This is the vestibule, based on another painting he had done late in his career, and it's the entrance hall to the asylum he had stayed at down there in southern France, shortly after he had cut off his ear. One of the self-portraits he had done of his bandaged ear, wearing his blue cap. This was painted in 1889. Photo of Van Gogh at 19 years of age. Rare photo taken in 1886. Van Gogh didn't like to be photographed. He said he found them frightful. This photo was found in the 1990s at an antique dealer in Massachusetts.
All right, guys, I'm getting out of here. That was super cool. Word of advice, pay the extra $5 to do the VR, the virtual reality, the headset at the end. That was cool. Yeah, I'm gonna get out of here as always, and like and subscribe. See you on the next one.